Let's continue with one of our top stories now. The court case involving 4 Wits University students arrested yesterday during that Fees Must Fall protest has been postponed to Friday. For the latest on the court proceedings, we can speak to our reporter, Lindo Kutlekulu. He joins us now live. So, Lindo, just take us through what happened in court today.
The 4 suspects that were arrested yesterday after some of those protests, or some of that protest action we saw yesterday, appeared at the Johannesburg Central Magistrate's Court, and they appeared because of charges, or rather they were charged of public violence. And the magistrate, they had a bit of a situation with the defense earlier on in terms of what needs to happen today, because their defense lawyer was in fact pushing that they actually get to the bail application and hearing today, but the magistrate gave them time to actually talk things over. They then pushed for a date. That matter was then remanded to on Friday, so when they can put in a formal bail application. But I think it's important to say that the 4 suspects that appeared today, 2 of them are on bail, and the 2 others are said to not have received bail because initially at the police station, because they had pending cases, and their defense lawyer is yet to give us a sense of why they believe that they should also be out on bail. So that formal bail application is expected to happen on Friday.
Yeah, so they have pending charges in Stellenbosch, I see. Let's talk about the response overall then from other protesting students. I just spoke to the Wits SRC president. They're not happy about these students being arrested. Do we know if when these 2 students appear on Friday, if we're expecting to see more protest action?
Well, even today we saw a lot of the protesters from yesterday peacefully outside the court. Many of them were wearing EFF T-shirts, but just in support of these students. They did not go inside court, but they were outside court. So we're expecting that at the formal bail application there'll be at least that number of a handful of students that were outside, or even more. But it is important also to say that there were still calls to actually protest today, intensify some of those protests we've seen throughout the week and throughout last week, but we didn't see many of those protests today. Braamfontein was relatively quiet today, but we understand that there are meetings that are taking place behind closed doors to get to the bottom of the problem. And one of the things that we are told is that there is an expectation to meet with the Vice Chancellor to discuss some of those decisions and some of those demands that students had when they protested. But at this stage, it does seem that the support for these students that are before court is in fact still there, as there were some supporters just outside court trying to get a sense of what transpires inside court.
All right, we can leave it right there. Our reporter, Lindo Kutlekulu.